On a quiet morning in July 2025, a global alert flashed across NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office. An object had been spotted fast, dark, and coming in from deep space. It wasn't an asteroid, it wasn't a comet. It was moving far too fast to be from our own solar system. In the control room, one engineer reportedly muttered, This one's different," and they were right. The object, later dubbed 3I, Atlas, has now become the third confirmed interstellar visitor to pass through our solar system, but it may also be the most mysterious. What is it? Where did it come from? Could it pose a threat? And why do some scientists believe it might even be older than Earth? This is the story of how our planetary defense system, built to protect us from incoming space rocks, accidentally opened a window to the stars. Let's start with how we even spotted it. Back in 2016, NASA established the Planetary Defense Coordination Office, or PDCO, to detect and track space objects that could potentially hit Earth. Think of it like a cosmic early warning system. Telescopes in Arizona, Chile, and Hawaii scan the skies. Algorithms analyze orbital paths. Radar arrays bounce signals off approaching objects. The idea? Find threats early before they become disasters. Over 30,000 near-Earth objects are currently tracked. But countless others, especially the smaller, fast ones, are still out there, undetected. Which is why what happened in July 2025 was so important. On July 2nd, a telescope at Arizona's Mount Lemmon Observatory picked up an object that didn't match anything we've seen before. It was faint, fast, and it was on a trajectory that didn't loop around the sun. That was the red flag. You see, objects born in our solar system orbit the sun in roughly elliptical paths. But this thing, it was on a hyperbolic path, a one-way trip. Within hours, observatories worldwide confirmed the data. Speed, over 30 kilometers per second. Angle of approach, from above the solar system's plane. Brightness, oddly dim for its size, suggesting a surface coated in ancient space dust or carbon. This was not from here. To understand why this is such a big deal, let's go back. In 2017, astronomers discovered Oumuamua, the first known object from another star system. It tumbled through space like a giant space cigar, with no tail, no gas, and no obvious explanation. It baffled scientists. Some even suggested it might be an alien light sail, faster, more volatile. It came, it went, and it proved that Oumuamua wasn't a fluke. Then came to Borisov in 2019, a classic comet, but one unlike any we'd ever seen, colder. Now, in 2025, we found the third, 3I, Atlas, and it's weirder than both. Here's what we've learned so far. 3I, Atlas, about 200 meters wide, nearly twice the height of the Statue of Liberty. Its surface is extremely dark, possibly coated in interstellar carbon compounds that have been baked by cosmic rays for billions of years. It isn't tumbling like Oumuamua, but its spin isn't uniform either. It doesn't seem to be shedding gas like Borisov, but its spectrum shows signs of exotic ices, stuff we don't usually find in the outer solar system. In other words, this object is old, very old, older than Earth, possibly older than the Sun itself. It has likely been drifting between stars for billions of years until now. Now the big question, could it hit us? No. Thankfully, its closest approach will be around 83 million kilometers from Earth, safe by astronomical standards. But the real concern is what this means for future visitors. If one of these objects ever were on a collision course, we'd have little time to react. They're fast, unpredictable, and often only detected once they're already close. So, while 3I, Atlas poses no threat, it's a reminder, we need to be prepared. Astronomers have traced its path back toward the constellation Lyra, near the bright star Vega. But that doesn't mean it came from Vega, just that it entered our solar system from that direction. More likely, 3I, Atlas was ejected from a planetary system billions of years ago, perhaps by a gravitational nudge from a gas giant or a passing star. Since then, It's been silently drifting through the void, a piece of a shattered world, a fragment of a forgotten system, a cosmic orphan, and now, for a brief moment, it's passing through ours. Here's a wild idea. Can we send a spacecraft to intercept it? Maybe. The European Space Agency's Comet Interceptor, launching soon, is designed to wait in space for exactly this kind of object. And if we could intercept 3I Atlas, we could analyze it up close or even return samples. Imagine studying material that predates our solar system, learning what other planetary systems are made of. Maybe even finding amino acids, the building blocks of life. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is interstellar fieldwork. Of course, some are asking the big question again: could it be artificial? So far, 3I Atlas shows no signs of intelligent design. No symmetry, no propulsion, no radio signals. But we can't rule anything out yet. Maybe advanced civilizations don't send radio waves. Maybe they send long-lasting probes disguised as rocks designed to drift forever until someone finds them. Is that what 3I Atlas is? Probably not. But we're finally at a point where we can ask that question and look for the answer. 3 interstellar objects in 8 years. That's not a coincidence. That's a trend. We're entering a new era, one where we don't just look at our solar system, but at the galaxy beyond it. And sometimes, the galaxy looks back. 3I Atlas may be just a rock, but it's a rock with a story. And that story is still unfolding.